I had a situation come up where a friend of mine called and she wanted my perspective on something. I'm going to make a long story very short.
No problem.
She moved to the East Coast recently, and she reconnected with a friend of hers who was once Christian, married to a man, children, the whole nine. Well, she learned that this friend is now married to a woman. And the friend extended an invite for her to come and visit her. However, my friend did not extend that same pleasantry. So she asked my opinion, and the reason why is because she felt like she didn't want this gay couple staying underneath her roof. In that moment, I reserved giving her any opinions or feedback. I probed and asked questions.
Oh, Lord. Satan just walked in.
Joel.
Hi, Joel. Hey, shout out, Joel.
He black. Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. That was worth the interruption. Anyway, as the conversation progressed, I probed, and it came out in the conversation that another friend of hers who's gay, it's okay for him to visit, but not spend the night. And I thought that was weird. And I'm like, well, what's the difference? Do you think you're going to be condemned to hell if you have someone over for 8 hours versus 24? Like, I don't get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, what is your perspective on that whole thing?
So the girl that's getting married to a woman wanted to stay at her place?
Right. Well, yeah. She wanted she extended an invite for my friend, if she's ever in New York or wherever this woman lives with her wife, to give her a call and let her know, and she could stay at their place. But my friend did not extend the same, and it was clearly an awkward moment. Like her friend noticed this.
I don't quite, I'm missing, I'm black and slow, I'm sorry.
It's
Let's
probably
say
the way I'm
that
trying to race
this
through
is
it.
the gay woman in New York,
Right.
and this is the gay woman in California.
They're not. No, the gay woman. But my friend is heterosexual. My
Oh.
friend is straight.
So this is a gay woman in New York,
That's the gay woman in New York,
and this is a straight woman in California.
who's my friend and a Christian.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't want this gay couple staying in her house because she feels a certain way about the whole thing.
Right.
She thinks that she is going to be condoning that
Okay,
behavior.
right.
So what? And I'm like, well, what? It's not you. You're not gay. Like, why
Right.
shouldn't she stay at your house? I didn't understand. So I was asking her all these probing questions.
Oh, okay.
And in the end of it, let me just say, in the end of it, my thoughts were, I don't understand why why you would prohibit her from staying in your place because of that. What do you think she's going to do? Have like some ruckus?
I would have to be in this situation to know how to respond to it, but I would just say, do what you want to do. Whatever that is, do what you want.
I know, but, well, how do you feel about that? Like, what if you had a gay friend? A gay
I have a
couple
whole bunch of
married?
them.
Well, say
Look
they were
around the
married.
room. No, I'm playing.
Or someone
playing.
or someone who's doing something that it goes against what you feel is God's will. No matter what it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the gay thing, whatever it is.
Right.
Would you entertain that in your house?
Well, I don't know what goes against God's will.
Okay.
Because the moment I make a decision about, if Christ had thought about what went against God's will, he wouldn't have been able to help anyone. But he's letting God's will be done. That's why you have to decide, and you have to see in the moment what to do.
Okay.
Because we don't know God's will.
We think we did too.
We think we know, and thinking you know God's will is just a thought, and it puts you right in bondage. And it causes you to make all the wrong decisions because you think you know. God is not about thinking you know, he's about knowing. Anyone that think they know God's will does not know God's will. So they're making decisions based on ego, and they're making those decisions in darkness.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Isn't that amazing?
Because, yeah, like
Such
a year
a
ago,
free way to live, huh?
Yeah, it is. Because like 1 year ago, I probably would have been aligned with her
You would have taken sides.
process. Yeah, yeah,
Just think about Christ walked the earth. He dealt with every evil thing on earth, which
Right.
is everything. And he had no judgment, no decision about it at all. He just dealt with it accordingly. Had he had decisions about it, or judgment about it, he would have been able to help any of us, really, anyone.
right. Okay,
'Cause all of us are no good.
exactly.
There's not one good person on earth. Everybody, no good. There's not one good one. And so the good one that's judging the no good are worse than the ones that they're judging. They're evil. So you don't know God. That's why you live in the present and do what you see to do. He'll guide you. But if you're living in your thoughts, thinking you know God's will, you're not. That's why the devils are out there fighting each other over abortion, over transgender, over Christianity, over Satanism, over everything, because they don't know. They go by their ego and think that they know.
Right.
They're not free.
Yeah, that's so true. And as I was talking to her, it just didn't even, you know, as I was talking, I was learning, because I'm like, well, why don't we just look through our wardrobes and get rid of all of our clothes who are made by gay designers and get rid
That's
of our,
right. All the clothes now are
furniture.
made by people that support everything.
Exactly.
Because I remember when Nike started going weird, I had a bunch of Nike clothes. And people were like, oh, you buy Nike. I'm like, well, look what you have on. Who made those?
Right.
They want us to go around naked?
Exactly.
You got to drop all decision making, all of them. Every decision needs to be dropped, because they're all wrong all the time, if you want to be free. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing. In the end, I shared the silent prayer with her.
Oh.
So I did point her to that. I was like, do the
Nice.
silent prayer and the Lord will show you.
Nice.